Time for the final of the first Women's Series event of 2026. And absolutely no surprise
25.
to see these two players contesting for the title. Between them, they have 64 Women's Series titles and 7 world titles. We have the dominant force from the early stages of the Women's Series in Lisa Ashton against the current dominant force of women's darts in Bo Greaves. Set to be an incredible encounter.
100.
And whilst Bo Greaves is going for a 14th Women's Series title on the spin,
80.
This, Matt Edgar, is not a foregone conclusion because Lisa Ashton has been playing tremendously well over the course of this event today.
Well, we just saw her, didn't we, in the semi-final clash there against Steph Clark. Steph Clark putting in a decent performance, but Lisa Ashton, from the first start to the last, dominant in that display. And she's had a couple of good performances today.
46.
Second round today, average of 91.09. 90.74 against Steph Clark. If you can find that sort of level, she's going to get chances, that is for sure.
134. $140.
Yeah, we also know, though, that when Bo needs to, when she senses that an opponent is playing well and producing against
57.
her, she just moves through quite casually to that next gear.
And that's why a lot of people think, myself included,
90.
that she's going to develop even more over the next couple of years with playing on the Pro Tour on a regular basis. We saw her have that good
65.
performance and display at the Grand Slam of Darts. She played well at the Alexandra Palace. She is making progress, not just in regards to the dominance that she's got over the Women's Series,
55.
but that transition across to the pro elite level of the sport.
Game shot.
And she takes the first leg. A race to 5 still in the final.
22.
Her record is just phenomenal, isn't it? At this stage of Women's Series events, but not just in these tournaments, of course.
60.
We've already mentioned today that she secured her tour card for this year, but in 2025, 3 development tour titles, 2 on the Challenge Tour as well.
And that's despite the fact that she didn't play in all those events.
Yes.
She was very picky and choosy last year, wasn't she? It'll be interesting to see what she chooses this year. She's got the opportunity to come onto the Women's Series, should she wish to. But with what could end up being a stacked calendar, if she starts getting into European tours, if she starts getting close to those majors, we may see her picking and choosing a little bit throughout the season. So these early tournaments could be vital for Bo Greaves.
59.
Yeah, I mean, we have seen in previous seasons, she's all but
65.
confirmed her spot in the women's match play after the first event of the first weekend of the year. And if she could do something similar
60.
here, it just eases that pressure, doesn't it? She'll be in that then for the summer. Tops.
76.
Fair to
60.
say that Lisa Ashton at the moment not finding that level that she displayed a little while ago.
Now, this is the worst performance of the day so far for Lisa Ashton, coming at the wrong time, but Bo Greaves has been here before where she's blocked it both ways, has to try and pitch it up to the top end of the bed.
10.
Got it over the dart, but wasn't able to find the target. Lisa Ashton, so much work to do from here. It has to be perfect. It has to be 2 trebles.
80.
Would have been for a dart at tops.
100.
So without being an absolute blistering best, it could be full control here for Bo Greaves. Double 2 for 2-0.
6.
And this time it's a much more makeable out, isn't it, for Lisa Ashton to level this score.
Game shot.
And she does. Again, you don't expect many legs to go that distance when these two are involved.
96.
But that just gives Lisa Ashton a foothold in this one now.
I suppose it's a bit of a psychological boost
60.
as well when you see your opponent who you expect almost perfection from to make mistakes like that. It just reminds you that, well, actually, they are only human. They can make mistakes. They can miss
41.
opportunities. I'm not playing a robot. Which I think would be a great way to describe Bo Greaves when she gets into that free-flowing nature.
When you also start thinking, don't you, I'm not playing anywhere near the level that I've been producing today.
140.
I'm still level. If I can just up it a little bit, because she'll have been frustrated with Bo's first misses
91.
where she's got an outside chance. She's on 160. She'd have been thinking, why aren't I closer? I should be in a better position to punish.
140. $94.
Double 11 to re-establish her lead.
That's where Bo is really going to develop, when that becomes more consistent, what she's just done there.
100.
Lisa Ashton finding the maximum outscoring Bo Greaves. You look at that score before, 224, and you go, Bo needs at least a 140 from here. She finds the 140,
100.
all of a sudden she's back in control.
Yeah, she's really good at wrestling that advantage back, isn't she?
140.
But Lisa's getting better and better as this game goes on. We're starting to get to the levels that we sort of expected when we saw this was the billing for the final.
140.
Both players starting to find that first start in the treble as well.
140.
Very good at following those in.
This is excellent stuff at the moment.
100. $97.
Bull for Bo Greaves and a brilliant
shot.
161. And Lisa Ashton can just smile in the background. Well, it really is greatness from Greaves.
140.
She's so capable of the spectacular, isn't she? The 84 in the previous leg was good, but that with Lisa Ashton
140.
sat on 24, that will really hurt.
This is where I think we see the best of Bo Greaves. When a player is hitting her
100.
back, when they're hitting her hard, I think we see Bo, and we can see it in the numbers today, as sort of not played to her best, as, shall we say, struggled
45.
a little bit in games compared to her usual performance. Certainly that opening game, averaging 70, but won 4-0. Comfortable, wasn't pushed. I think she enjoys this. I think she gets
91.
embroiled in these battles and actually likes being hit back. She loves the thrill of the battle.
41.
Makes it exciting for the year ahead, doesn't it?
Well, very exciting for us because we're not going to have to face her on the Pro
96.
Tour.
$105.
Double 10 is
Game
found.
shot.
She really is motoring now, isn't she, Bo Greaves? Ominous signs for Lisa Ashton, who's played really well throughout this tournament.
60.
But that 161, it just felt like such a crushing blow. because the Lancashire Rose was
57.
doing so much to live with Greaves.
I think it was a
She'd scored
reminder,
better.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a reminder to the quality that Bo Greaves can just pull out at any moment. A reminder that even if you do play at your best, you're probably still going to need Bo to make slips.
Yeah, a reminder that
180.
so often when you take on Bo Greaves, you're kind of powerless.
81.
Wayward dart for Lisa there, doesn't leave a finish. Bo Greaves may sense an opportunity here. She can find a couple of big power trebles,
140.
which of course she does. Gets herself down to a finish first, despite this big power scoring leg of Lisa Ashton, and that's the powerless nature you're talking about. Lisa could leave a double after 12 and not get a go.
140.
Well, she has left herself on a double. Bullseye
99.
would have been for title number 47.
Don't think I was the only one
Game
there
shot.
looking at the bullseye expecting to see a dart go in.
Yeah.
You just get to that level, and Lisa probably was the same. She gets another leg on the board, keeps herself alive, but for how much longer? It's a case of just
60.
hang in and hope for the best at the moment for Lisa Ashton, but there is a chance straight away. Lisa Ashton's been on the Pro Tour, she's been a tour card holder.
127.
She knows when your opponent kicks off with the throw, without a treble, you have to jump in, and she has.
180.
That didn't last long, did it?
Yeah, breathing space doesn't exist, does it,
81.
when you're facing Bo Greaves?
Lisa played it perfectly. She did her part. She jumped in on the trebleless visit from Bo Greaves.
140.
The problem is Bo then hits 5 trebles out the next 6 darts and just completely eliminates that miss.
140.
Great darts again though, Lisa Ashton. She's really played her part. She's stuck into the task.
$96.
Pretty much the same place as last time. Should be expecting a return. Will get a return. Bo Greaves has already missed 2 match darts on the bullseye. Will be expecting 2 more this time on the
93.
outer ring.
Yeah, more match darts incoming for bow and arrow. And
Game
this
shot
time there
and
is
the
no
championship,
mistake.
Bo Greaves.
Breathtaking brilliance from Bo yet again. And it is Women's Series title number 47. There's a stunning 161 in there to take her 3-1 up. And 3 women's match play titles.
25.
The 2 of them boast incredible CVs.
Outside. Lisa to start the game.
As I've just touched on there, it was Bo Greaves who won 5-2 in the first final today. Lisa Ashton looking for a little bit of
95.
revenge when it comes to this one. And something we mentioned in the other final, Matt, the level she's
100.
produced for a lot of today's play would suggest that she certainly could do it. It's just
81.
that those big moments in that first final all went the way of Bo Greaves.
Well, it's not just a final, is it, for Bo Greaves? It seems to be that way all the time
Yeah.
at the moment. Every time she needs something,
100.
she's finding it. And my question here is, does Lisa Ashton believe she can win this final? That would be the big one, because
42.
at the end of that previous final, she was delighted to have won 2. Like,
Yeah.
yes, it's tongue-in-cheek, I get it, but you've still got that sort of moment where she's like, I'm actually happy to have got a couple of legs, and that is due to the respect she will have for the level of performance that Bo Greaves has got.
40. $65.
Does feel like it's becoming harder and harder to stop her in her tracks.
28.
Not only are we not talking about her not losing, but she's rarely getting embroiled in battles.
36.
Makes the mistake there, misses the chance to break the throw, but no, she'll be back completely outscoring. And you say the the battle she gets embroiled in. The quarterfinals was
81.
probably the closest it's come,
yeah.
really, against Jade Goddard.
Game shot.
Does find her way through to the double 10 bed eventually. It is for an early breaker throw, and already it's an uphill battle for Lisa Ashton. You said, will the four-time world champion
59.
believe that she can win this one? She has lost her last 11 against Bo Greaves.
58.
And we saw in that opening final, I think it was leg 4 that was so pivotal, because Lisa Ashton had done so well to carve out the chance to get
100.
herself level. And within a blink of the eye, she's 3-1 down, wondering how on earth has that happened.
Familiar story when anyone
80.
plays Bo Greaves. It's just become absolute dominance now, hasn't it? She gets it out the board in the end.
Yeah. Really had to yank it out.
100.
For some people, that may interrupt the flow a little bit of the game for Bo.
55.
Nothing disturbs her, does it?
$45.
Sort of looking here at a run for Bo Greaves that I'm going to say I don't think I'll ever see matched.
Yeah.
41.
See people go on big runs of wins, but not titles like Bo's getting here.
139.
Yeah, potentially 15 women's series titles on the spin. And it's just the
140.
relentless nature of these tournaments, isn't it? You know, we know that she's in a league of her own. She goes
Game shot.
2-0 up in this final. We know that she can do things that the majority of other players on this circuit aren't quite able to match, but
85.
to not let it slip enough to have one off tournament.
In short format games,
Yeah.
don't forget.
60.
And also, I think keeping that drive, that hunger, when you're winning all the
60.
time, is so impressive in these events.
58.
Especially when they're not the be-all and end-all for Bo Greaves anymore. You know, she's got other tournaments that are occupying her thoughts and taking her time.
99.
Yeah, new tours to play, new opportunities, new horizons for Bo, new challenges.
134.
This is just another one of those sort of legs where you look at Bo Greaves and go, she needs to hit something big here, or Lisa Ashton could start to pull away and get herself
40.
back into this game. Bo Greaves pulls herself back, and then Lisa Ashton, a bit of a frustrated last start there. Last time we saw Lisa Ashton here, we suggested that maybe a little bit of fatigue, a bit of tiredness was kicking in, and we do see her at times within this final just sort of trying to stretch out a little bit as she's coming away from the oki. You need to be 100%. You're going to land a bit of a blow on Bo Greaves.
81.
Such a huge achievement, though. Today, yes.
137.
If Bo Greaves does go on to clinch this
112.
title, she'll rightly take a lot of the headlines, but Lisa Ashton reaching back-to-back finals deserves a huge amount of respect in
Game
itself.
shot.
Bo Greaves now 2 legs away.
And that was a very impressive dart there for Bo Greaves. You can see that with her angle of entry, that dart was just a bit of a blocker there for her. You saw the frustration when she realised that she'd have to somehow come
100.
underneath the dart. Managed to do so. Working around the dart superbly.
57.
Sometimes averages don't tell you the story of the game, but on this occasion it feels like it does. There appears to be a bit of a gap between the pair at this moment in time. Reflected in the scores, reflected in the average.
$140.
Yeah, and after that last leg, you could see Lisa giving a look as if to say, does anything
57.
get to you?
$105. $75.
To go within one leg of victory.
Game shot.
And that's exactly what she does. 4-0 to Bo Greaves. The brilliance just continues.
Just pure relentless from Bo Greaves.
$57.
You have to be perfect here from Lisa Ashton. Have to win all of the remaining legs
60.
if she is going to turn this one around.
$131.
Beautiful movement around the board there for Bo Greaves. Didn't like that angle on the first one, just blocking up the target. We have seen she can work around it.
140.
Didn't need to. Lisa Ashton starting to find, but is it too late?
180.
Just as it has been going. Whatever Lisa Ashton finds, it seems Bo Greaves just finds a little bit more.
140.
This for the match.
$93. Yes.
To save the match. To keep this final alive, to keep it going. It's not going to
29.
go. Bo Greaves on tops for another Women's Series title. Doesn't like that one. Had to move across the oki.
20.
Unable to find. The wait will go on.
$28.
Look of resignation there from Lisa Ashton as Bo Greaves comes back to the oki to pick up
Game shot
another
and the
Women's
championship.
Series title.
Greaves.
Dominance again from Bo Greaves. That is 15 Women's Series titles in a row.
Taking on a player who she knows very well indeed.
Go to throw for the ball.
This their 44th meeting and their second of the weekend. They met in the quarterfinal of event 1 yesterday,
24.
where it was Bo Greaves who won 5-2 on that occasion. And Fallon
Outside.
Sherrock,
Go to throw
we
first.
said she wouldn't be happy with her return yesterday. Her best, a run to the quarterfinal. She's already managed to better it here, but she'll want to go a step further again as she looks for her first
100.
title since April 2025. These two have had some incredible battles over recent years. A significant portion of them in the final
41.
of tournaments. Both done so much for the women's game and responsible for getting it to where
100.
it is now and for changing people's perception when it comes to women's darts. But Bo Greaves, well, the question remains,
60.
it was the same at the start of the weekend, same at the start of the day. How on earth do you stop her?
There's only one way to do so, and that's with quality. And we know Fallon Sherrock can find that quality. And
100.
I go back to a point I made earlier on in the day where Bo Greaves now has fear factor, and there is a lot of that going around, and when people go up against Bo, they already assume they've lost the game. There's probably one, maybe two players. I'm going to go with one. I'm going to go with one player who actually relishes the chance of playing Bo Greaves and actually fully believes that she can win it, and that is Fallon Sherrock.
59.
Can't find her way through to the treble.
56.
Yeah, I know she's not here this weekend, but Aileen de Graaf was one that I'd put in that bracket as well.
95.
Capable of pushing Bo all the way.
Game shot.
The start that Fallon would have wanted there. Very easy to dismiss it though when you have lost the bullseye as well. Can just put it as a bit of a feeler, but it did take her a little bit of time,
59.
didn't it, Fallon Sherrock, to get going in the semi-final against Denise Cassidy. Had to turn around a 3-0 deficit in that one.
60.
Much better
140.
from the Queen of the Palace. But yeah, losing the bull up against Bo can just feel so pivotal straight away,
55.
can't it? Because you can sometimes already feel like she's got an extra dart.
But then you know you have to break her at some point. It's not just a case of holding your
42.
throw, but over a race to 5, you'd expect that there'd be an exchange somewhere in there.
60.
The action does continue straight after the conclusion of this tournament with our fourth and final event
140.
of the weekend.
$58.
A rare off leg for Bo Greaves. Gives Fallon Sherrock something she probably never expected to have during this final, which is a bit of breathing room at the back end of her leg.
Yeah, she doesn't often give you it
44.
for long though, does she, Bo Greaves? And Fallon's not really made the most of it with that visit.
134.
Case in point, there's now significant pressure.
36.
Same score required for Bo Greaves here. Don't mind that play.
94.
Did kind of look inviting. She just caught the flight there at the wrong angle.
Game shot.
And Sherrock comes back and levels us up. One apiece in the early goings. Has that vibe of a start of a game where the players are just trying to feel it out a little bit, a bit wary, and maybe Bo a little bit wary because of the performances that Fallon's put in today. She's had some great matches, but most notable that game in the last 16 against Janine where she averaged just shy of 97. 2 whitewash wins as well for Fallon on route here to the final. Them coming in the top 32 and 16 matches.
Yeah, Bo's not been too shabby herself though, has she? Started
100.
the day with an average in excess of 107. And she's got a running average for this tournament around the 95 mark, which is very
60.
impressive. First 9 up above 107. Well clear of anyone else in the field.
45. 58. 95.
Got to be one of the favoured tumpless checkouts of any player, that. Not for Bo Greaves right now, but 2 bites of the cherry at the treble 20 to leave what most people's
42.
favourite is the double 16. Seeing that a little bit from Bo at the back there as well, these sort of
60.
phantom throws.
Yeah. Not something you always associate with her game.
Game shot.
I love that. The cheeky glance over at the scores. The pondering before the pin-in.
That's where Fallon wants it though, isn't it? The dart just sitting up
81.
inside that treble 20. Was able to follow it in there though. That did look a really inviting dart, and when they're not going, that's where the panic starts to come in, when you're not using the darts and working into that behaviour.
$64. $100.
In that one again, just flicking at the dart. I'm just watching the action here of Fallon. It is breaking down a little bit. Just flicking at the
31.
dart, the thumb pushing through, which essentially is making the dart roll out the hand rather than fly out clean. And she'll be feeling that right now and not understanding exactly where that's coming from,
100.
which she might even get in the habit now of trying to throw firmer.
$140.
Hand at the end of the action there telling us absolutely everything. Much better there. Wrist coming up and over.
Well, we have seen Bo Greaves take the 161 out
29.
already once this weekend. Sensibly opting just to set up with Fallon back on 185.
60. Game shot.
And it's a 14 dart break of throw for Bo. And another leg where Fallon Sherrock hasn't had a look at a dart at double.
The averages don't always tell you the full story, do they? But right here they do,
Yeah.
and that is the longer this game goes on, the more Bo Greaves is going to extend that gap, unless Fallon Sherrock ups it. Because there is a significant gap right now in those averages that is giving Bo Greaves at
57.
least 3 darts extra in this match.
Yeah, she's able at the moment, isn't she, to keep
42.
just about everyone at arm's length.
$85.
I think you can safely say Bo Greaves is heading to the women's match play.
100.
Yeah, she's a certainty, isn't she now?
Yeah.
She's guaranteed.
Yeah.
$60. $60. $140.
Excellent first dart yet again.
180.
Expect her to follow it, which she does.
I think that's the most impressive thing for me about Bo Greaves' game. Yes, she's got that ability just to steamroll against, but when
139.
someone lays it down
Yeah.
to her and hits something, the way she reacts and responds.
Tops to go within one of
54.
another title. And you can't help but laugh as you're describing what she's achieving before our very eyes.
No score.
And she won't need me to tell her that opportunities like that simply have to go against Bo. Or do they?
Game.
Yes, yes they do.
What was he saying earlier? Always hurts so much more when it's the last start in hand. You've missed your opportunity, you stand at the back hoping for another one, and then it's last start in hand. It's always a bit gut-wrenching.
100.
Especially when you've just missed an opportunity yourself and you're thinking, I might get an opportunity to put this right here.
One thing we know about Fallon, though, is she is a fighter.
93.
She will dig in and she will battle this out until the very end. It's just not consistently been there, though, has it, for Fallon? And Bo Greaves has jumped in and capitalised on any error, any bit of wiggle room and opportunity.
$60. $58. $121.
It's a first down to a finish, which is what you'd expect with the darts, but Bo Greaves looking to try and leave something a little bit more handy.
97.
Bullseye will probably be the target here for Fallon. Gives her the option of treble 20 for the ball. Not going to go, and Bo
63.
Greaves now 113 points away from another Women's Series title.
And she's going to get a dart
77.
at double 18.
$56.
More match darts incoming for the brilliant Bo Greaves to
Entering
wrap
match,
it
Bo
up.
Greaves.
And it is Sweet 16 at the Women's Series for the simply sensational Bo Greaves. 16 Women's Series titles on the spin. What a statement before 2 days of Players' Championship action that are to come on Monday and Tuesday. Will she make it 17? We'll find out shortly.
Three dots each.
And here we go for the final time this weekend of the Women's Series opening of 2026. We bring you Bo Greaves against Lisa Ashton. A repeat.
It's Lisa to throw for the bull.
For final we have seen twice already. And had the draw been different for event number 3 earlier on today, we may have seen it for every single one of these events, because it is only Bo Greaves who has been able to stop
Outside.
Lisa Ashton from picking up a title this weekend. First time they met was in the final, 5-2. The scoreline in the favour of Bo Greaves, where Lisa Ashton celebrated winning the 2 legs.
60.
And maybe rightly so, because the 2 scorelines after that was 5-0 to Bo Greaves. 5-1 earlier on today.
60.
Bo has looked absolutely relentless throughout today. She had a real big scare taking on Fallon Sherrick in the quarter-final game.
100.
Needed to be at her absolute brilliant best. Found her way through and is on. We're making even more history here. She's won 16 titles in a row. She's won 112 matches
41.
in a row. And this could just add even more to that very, very impressive roll of honour.
60.
Yeah, that game you mentioned against Fallon Sherrick, undoubtedly the match of this tournament, quite possibly the game of the weekend. Both players knocking lumps out of each other. But Bo, as she so often does, able to find something. Her timing this weekend has been absolutely superb.
100.
And there have been some games where she's just done enough. And to me, that's good management because
36.
she's given herself a little bit of a breather in some of the contests. And when she's needed to elevate the level, it's been there for her.
What more can you do than win? That's the most important thing, and that's what Bo Greaves has been doing all weekend.
95.
That deflection there just cost Lisa Ashton a dart when she comes back, or if she comes back, should I say.
Was looking for 2 tops.
60.
Couldn't find the first. But will
53.
return with 3 in hand at that target.
Game shot.
Only needs the 1.
Possible ominous signs here. Bo Greaves a good start, breaking the throw of Lisa Ashton in the opening leg, despite not being at her best. And that phrase there, not being at the best, is one you'd probably have to hand to Lisa Ashton in that semi-finals. Took advantage of missed opportunities from O'Sullivan. Been a great weekend for Lisa, but we've always
96.
feared along the way that maybe fatigue is going to kick in at some point. Not for Bo.
When you look at what Bo Greaves is doing, we so often talk about how much she despises that dart that drops low of the treble 20 bed. You could see there with a grimace on her face. But when you look at what she's done and you try and put it into a bit of
95.
context, you think on the final day of a Euro Tour, which I know you're not playing as many games, but over a similar sort of
180.
time period, and you often see the standard of the final of a Euro Tour dropping quite a bit, and you attribute that
60.
to the amount of darts that have been played, the amount of time that a player has been at a venue. But Bo Greaves, having probably arrived here around 8 AM, is still producing darts like this
11
at
hours
almost
later.
7 PM.
97.
Do you know what this excites me for? One of the biggest challenges on the calendar, which is actually the next big major on the PDC, the UK Open.
100.
That is one of the hardest events to manage. And Bo Greaves is primed for it right now.
It's one of the
57.
hardest to manage, but it's also one of the majors that I just feel like Bo Greaves will feel at home at. I feel like that venue is perfect for her.
100%. She'll be more ready than a lot of the players will be for that, I can guarantee you that one.
57.
You mentioned earlier in the day when it looked like Lisa was a little fatigued that she was playing on the 19s. It's something we've seen her do
140.
before when she's been struggling with injuries. So with that visit, it'll be interesting to see how often she employs that tactic
60.
during this game.
It might not be a very long game if this continues. Bo Greaves hanging out around the 100 average pretty much for the majority of this game right now. Lisa needs to find about 30
45.
points from somewhere just to compete.
It's just so hard to do anything against this at the moment, though, isn't it? 12 darter, followed by a 13. And 2 legs away from a 17th successive title.
Just on a different level to the field, isn't she? You've got to say it how it is.
100.
And only say what you see.
$100. 140. 140.
I think the scary thing is it appears that she's getting better.
Bodes well for tomorrow, doesn't it? It'll be her
60.
first Players' Championship event as a tour card holder. Of course, she has played in a number previously, but her first since getting
41.
her tour card privileges. Best wishes to whoever draws her in the first round.
I think the exciting thing is that means now she can
177.
gather prize money and she can keep prize money. So we'll see how high she can go on the order of merit. But with a performance like this, averaging 106, you'd imagine she'll be going quite high.
105. $22.
Rare opportunity in this final for Lisa Ashton. And the first port of call with a 130 is to stay straight with the first dart.
50.
But unable to do that, meaning the shot was no longer on after dart 1.
Game shot.
That puts her just one leg away.
$127. $48. $95.
Sorry.
That was in firmly. I've seen this before. It doesn't affect bow in any way, shape or form. Some players, they just expect that rhythm. Bow can play with or without.
27.
That invitation here for Bo Greaves to really grab this leg.
60.
You see just by the reactions of Bo that she just expects every time she comes to the oche that she's going to deliver. Problem for most players is she tends to be right. Needs to think about this one. Persisting with the treble. Fortunate in the delivery.
137.
It's actually worked out well in the end. No finish here now for Lisa Ashton. Does
91.
leave it handy, but this could be it. This is for the match. Bullseye for Bo Greaves. Bullseye found. She's done it again. Bo Greaves, a 5-0 success in the final, extends this history-setting record. 17 titles in a row now for Bo Greaves. 113 match wins in a row, and another 5-0 success in the final. For Lisa Ashton, it's been a great campaign. 3 finals for her.